Lord of Destiny 2.8 is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, Episode 10, U.S.S. Montgomery, Followers Goal 150. PS4. Emoji heavy check mark, live online under the game Star Trek Online, the uptime begin.
Just taking a look at the U.S.S. Montgomery, and yes, it is a brain ship. The brain warship T5U, which I'm just gonna finish mastering while doing the rest of the Iconian War missions. There's a few other ships that I also have to master as well. In this is going to be one of my longer streams, as well as we'll be also doing TFOs as well, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, let's have a look at what our next mission is going to be.
The Empire requires your assistance with a covert mission deep in Iconian territory. It is dangerous, but if successful, it has a chance of turning the tide of the war in our favor. Report to the Denasia system. There you will meet a man named Ramir. He wants to explain the details of the operation to you personally.
Jack, Doc, Tiger, Anthony, and John. Thank you guys for your auto hosts. Okay guys, let's get into this. As you can see, I'm using a very colourful green ship. It's decked out. I'm going to be using disruptor weapons on it. But I'm also, because in one of the storyline missions, I got brain shields, deflector, and combat impulse. So I decided to equip them to my brain ship. Logical option, of course. So let's get underway.
Ready for transport.
Let's see what this dangerous mission is. Somehow I think he's got a crazy idea. What Klingon doesn't have a crazy idea?
Kapla, and welcome aboard the IKS Hague. My name is Ramir, and this is my ship. Your reputation for getting the job done precedes you. Alliance Command gave me the authority to pick who would assist us on this mission, and your name was at the top of the list. If you do not know about my team or our missions, then I have been successful. There are many battles fought in shadow. Now, if you don't have any further questions, follow me to the briefing room. I will give you more details about our mission there. Data recovered from the station in the Calbridan system has pinpointed the location of a second base in the Denasia system, containing several of the Iconian's Omega generators. I understand you had a hand in recovering this information. Of course. Nevertheless, we have the coordinates of the Iconian base. Our plan is to sneak in and sabotage the Omega generators. Taking them out will cripple the Iconians' ability to refine the Omega molecules that fuel their gateway networks. Infiltration is our specialty, and we have technology not available to other ships of the fleet. Our cloaking device can extend to protect your ship as well. That should be sufficient to protect us. Then we fight. I expect we will have to fight our way out anyway, after we detonate the Omega generators. I hope your crew is up to the challenge. Our scientists put the risk of a catastrophic reaction at less than 7%. That is an acceptable risk. This is our mission. You, of course, have the authority to change our mission parameters. Valere is right over there. She will also be a part of the away team to help extract any Iconian intelligence we find in the facility. Be careful. Her mate Travana is very protective.
What do you want? Why?
Don't worry, Travana. It's fine. Yes, but the chances are slight. If the charges are properly placed and calibrated, it should not be a problem. Well, the risk comes from non-stabilized Omega particles. They are very unstable. If a chain reaction starts, we will not be able to stop it. If that happens, we'll lose our ship, yours, and anything within a few thousand kilograms at the least. But if that happens, the heralds in the system will be destroyed too. That's something. Right. If we were to stabilize the particles into one or more Omega molecules, the chance of a detonation would be greatly reduced. I will need to run some numbers. We will have to give ourselves more time in the facility, and there is a greater risk of discovery, but it might be the better option.
I disagree. Taking the time to stabilize the molecules puts the team in danger. You insult my honor. It is my duty to protect this team. I will not sacrifice Valere's, our lives, for needless precautions. So be it, Batak.
So I love that. God, I love that. I still don't know why you get given the authority to change the parameters of the mission. Just because I'm Starfleet and I'm an admiral. There has to be something more to it than that. Because this is a Klingon only task force by the looks of it. Let's get moving. They're not going to destroy themselves, you know.
We are beyond the Herald sensor
I
range,
feel like shit,
but
so
we should
I
not
am just
approach any
going to
closer
lurk,
without the
man.
protection of a cloaking device.
No problem, Crusoe. Enjoy.
Once we get close to the planet, we will not be able to risk a wide scan. So we will need to perform a series of pinpoint triangulation scans in order to locate the facility housing the Omega generators. At least we can remain cloaked while we do so. Once we have the location of the facility, my team will meet yours on the surface. Then arm your weapons and prepare for battle. Our cloaks will do us no good after the Heralds discover our sabotage. In order to expedite the triangulation process, my ship will move away from yours and perform our own scan once we have reached a distance of 4 kilocams. Position confirmed. Beginning scans.
Scanning in progress.
Sensor interference is preventing us from getting a good reading. Move to 16 kilometers. Kilometers confirmed. Beginning sensor sweep.
Scanning in progress.
Belair here. I have coordinates for the facility, but I cannot do a deep scan without revealing our presence. We will be beaming in blind.
Live by the sword. Always the Klingon way.
This facility was very well concealed and shielded. Even now, our scans are so limited, we cannot get an accurate readout of the layout. True, but our tricorders will be of assistance while navigating. Now that we are on site, there is something you need to know. Because I had orders which would supersede yours. I am not the leader of House Peg. Now that we have secured the landing area, it is safe for him to join us. Remir to Heg. We are ready for him.
Kapla, you and your team have done well so far. Now, let us vanquish our foes. I am more than a figurehead. A man cannot lead an empire of warriors without being a warrior himself. I carry the Sword of Kahless, a weapon of fables, forged by Kahless the Unforgettable in the fires of the Kristok volcano, and cooled in the icy waters of the Lake of Luthor. This blade slew Molor, it conquered the Valkyrie, and created a mighty empire. Now I will wield it against the infernal servants of the demons of air and darkness. There is always a need for the Sword of Kahless. It is a symbol of eternal victory. No one who uses it can be defeated.
We're right behind you.
God, the Klingons can't be quiet.
Sensors are picking up a different Omega generator. My team will handle this one. Our charges are set. We will meet with you in the hallway ahead.
We got some information from the Iconian network. How did you do? Fortunately, I come prepared. My tricorder is loaded with the best decryption subroutines available in the Empire. Wrote a couple of them myself. This is interesting. There are battle plans here for the Delta Quadrant. The Iconians were advising the Vaadwaur for months before the conflict started there. In fact, the Iconians insisted that the Vaadwaur start their attack in the Krenim Imperium, although they didn't say why. I also see data on where the Omega energy is being distributed. This is good. If we use this, we can attack the subspace stations where... Oh no! Ket, one of the Iconians! It is here! Yes, sir. We need to find the last generator.
That panel to access a visualization node and locate the last Omega generator.
Zoom in on that! It's Ket!
An Iconian! My blood sings for this battle. It will be glorious.
Kahless, my Emperor, you are the strongest of Klingons. You wield the sword of Kahless. But there is no one who can face an Iconian in single combat.
The war does not go well for us. You all know what we face. Our people need a symbol to inspire them. That is what I was created to be. This battle will be one of legend. Every soldier of the Empire will have this tale on their lips.
If we are victorious, that is.
This is not my day to die. It is my day to kill an Iconian.
Who am I to argue with the Emperor?
Firing a disruptor at an Iconian is like attacking a starship with a stick. The Sword of Kahless is a remarkable weapon. It might be the only thing that could work.
We part ways here. Complete your mission. I will descend to the lower level and challenge the Iconian. We create a legend this day. Remember it.
If anyone can kill an Iconian, it is Kahless.
Miko kara endo kia edo cham kare do kia staparecho mara eto rika Pakare Hiroha Rika Rika Ket! I have come for you! Face me, creature! I challenge you to honorable combat! Come forth! I am Kahless, the Unforgettable. Destroyer of Molor, defender of Kamchi, and Emperor of the Klingons! In my hands is the sword of Kahless, first of its kind. Will you not face me, Ket? What could a being such as yourself have to fear from one man? Very well.
strong. Nothing Kalis can do is hurting it. We have to weaken the Iconian, and I think I know how. Omega molecules gather energy like sponges in water. That's why a small amount of Omega can generate such a vast amount of power. Quick, find a console and activate the reactor. If we hit the Iconian with Omega, we might be able to injure it.
Well, I'd love to do it, but you're getting in the fucking way, stupid AIs.
Ha! Glorious battle! The honorable warrior will always prevail, Demon. You are no god to Kent, and your tyranny ends now! Now, to finish this.
And
Interheg, emergency transport now!
We lost Kalis, and we were unable to stop the production of Omega molecules. The Iconian war will continue. True, the data recovered by your team in Belair will be invaluable to the Alliance. The only thing to do is make sure it reaches them. To do that, we must escape.
You're right. We can't risk this intel not making it back to the homeworld. I've pinpointed an excellent transmission spot near here, where we can send out an encrypted microburst of data. If we don't make it out of here, at least the information can be of use to those who still fight. the optimal transmission.
Iconian gateways. It's an ambush.
Get out of here then.
We've detected an anomaly in the Azure Nebula.
I will mourn for Caelus, but celebrate his life. He was a clone, but he found honor in this life. Now I trust he will find Sto-vo-kor to his liking. But before he fell, he showed us the Iconians are mortal. His sacrifice will lead our way to victory. Qapla'! Hail Caelus, Emperor and Conqueror! We have a lead on the Krynim. Voyager went to Krynim space looking for them a few months ago, but didn't find much more than a Vaudois and some anomalous sensor readings. But now, we found a Ferengi selling what he claims are Krynim artifacts. You are authorized to negotiate with the Ferengi and obtain these artifacts. Follow the trail where it leads. We need a weapon against the Iconians. And the Vaudois have gone to a great deal of trouble to keep whatever secrets the Krynim have out of our hands.
Much better. Let's get this next mission underway.
On the front lines of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning. Every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the quadrant.
Thank you, Spock. One thing you can't do is trust a Ferengi. They're all in it for the profit.
Welcome to Josana!
Unless they're brought up differently.
May I help you? Oh, yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on the sale of a rare Delta Quadrant artifact, and cannot be disturbed. Maybe, let's see, it was something Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now. Artifacts from cultures the Vatwar wiped out are particularly valuable. Quen's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. Now, that profit-sharing plan he promised me hasn't materialized, but is it my place to complain? I'm sorry, but my instructions were Well, I'm sorry, but I need this job. I'm trying to save up enough for a ticket off this station. You can? What am I saying? You have a starship, of course you can. Go on ahead. Quen and the other buyer are in the cargo bay, but you better hurry. They were trying to get the deal finalized before you could stop them. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's go deal with these fucktards.
Not so fast. The gentleman with the rather
You said there weren't any other buyers, Quen. Going to pay those guards to my office.
Hold it! I am Nog, son of Grand Nagus Rom. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me, or I ask my father to have a word with the liquidators about your poor business practices.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my best offer. How about we agree? No? Fine. How about I answer your questions and maybe then I get to leave? But let's get on. The device is Krenim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Krenim Imperium. Constructed sometime in the mid-22nd century, if I had to take a guess. The Vatwar, that's what. At one point, the Krenim Imperium held more than 200 star systems in the Delta Quadrant. They lost some of that territory in a couple wars, but overall they were doing well. Not the biggest business in the Quadrant, but not the smallest either. When the Vatwar started their war, Gaul took a special interest in the Krenim, bombed them back to the Stone Age, and then some. As far as anyone knows, the Krenim are basically extinct these days. I picked it up from a Talaxian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Kayana system. That was it. There used to be a Krenim colony there, but it's gone now, just like the rest of their empire. The Talaxian wasn't very clear on that. He just said, gone. If I'd asked any more questions, he might have increased his price. As a show of good faith to the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for free. But don't let this get around. It would ruin my reputation as a businessman. The device emits some unusual energy readings. The shielding may have malfunctioned, or maybe it's not fully operational anymore. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm selling it as an antique. as is, and no refunds. Do I look like a member of the Vulcan Science Academy to you? I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship. Now, may I go so we can put all this unpleasantness behind us? I want to drown my sorrows in a comet cocktail and think about all the profit I didn't earn today.
Don't let the staff of office and these good looks fool you. I'm here as a Starfleet officer, and I don't normally flaunt my family connections, but in this case, it seemed like the best way to solve the problem. So I borrowed my dad's second best staff. Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaduar purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device. Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth a lemon. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure in the system that the control protocols won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field. I don't mind telling you a bit about myself at all. I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a maintenance tech. Like my father, I preferred engineering to business. And Captain Sisko helped me get into the Academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. I fought in the Dominion War, which is an experience I never want to repeat. And I spent some time on exploration ships. Then it was back to DS9 for a while, off to Utopia Planitia to work with the SCE, and finally taking command of the Chimera. Now I get to see the technology I helped develop at work in the field. Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors. Quinn left without taking down his... It's true, my father is Grand Nagus Rom. I don't normally have much to do with his business dealings, but in this instance, a little show seemed to be the best way to solve our problem. I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my... Interesting. Quinn left without... I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there. Now that the power flow is disrupted, the controls are... Yes! Over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this. The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. I think I'm getting something. This is definitely Krenim in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base code, almost like a signature. And that strange energy Quinn was talking about is actually chronotons. A lot of chronotons. And chronotons mean temporal manipulation. This little box just got a lot more interesting. I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the Kiana system. From what I understand, Voyager sent an away team to the Kiana system a few weeks ago, but they encountered some resistance and were forced to pull back before they can find what they were looking for. But now that we have this, maybe we'll be able to find what remains of the Krenim, if there's anything left to find.
There's a point. But one thing we don't need is more interference from the temporal investigation department. That really ain't know about temporal incidences.
I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. I'll keep working on it and let you know if I learn anything more. Voyager's preliminary scans of the system turned up a number of anomalies, but nothing conclusive. According to Krenim records, though, there's supposed to be an M-class planet in this system. We're not reading anything like that on the sensors. Could be. Let's check that wreckage out first. It might give us a better idea of what happened out here. And we should be on the lookout for Vodwar. Preliminary scans indicate they've been actively patrolling through this system. Keep an eye out for Vodwar. They're still patrolling this area. If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vodwar on an intercept course. The weapon signatures are definitely Vodwar. According to Voyager, the Krenim were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vodwar went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range. There are more Vodwar on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them. I suggest we use the mineral content of the asteroids I've marked to conceal our energy signatures. Vodwar sensors aren't as good as ours. Most of their technological advantage appears to be directed toward making better weapons. So it should work, as long as we don't attract their attention before we get out of their path. Must be looking for that Vodwar patrol. I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way. Herald's inbound! The Vodwar must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigation. Still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology, or maybe unlock what we have, we might be able to find out what is so important. That could be something the Alliance can... This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. I'm starting to come up with a theory, but I need some more data. I recommend we take some additional scans. This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. Exactly, but we need to be quick. Those patrols we encountered in orbit will be missed soon. I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact, but warn us if more ships arrive. These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead. These anomalies have a shape, like a warp field, but not quite the same. The only other place I've seen sensor readings like this was in the wormhole. There, behind those rocks. Hurry! They'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready. I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it working, I should... Here they come! Watch out! There's more of them! I need more time to align these frequencies!
Come on, boy, hurry up.
Just one more connection and that should...
MOG Bust in Silhouette, new follow, S, MOG Red Heart, Division 225, MOG Red Heart, welcome. 123 followers, 1.
Hey, Division. How's it going?
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time. It's taken me some time to convince the Krenim to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device could remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how we perceive time in here is a little different than outside. That's why the Heralds can't see us. We're out of their timelines. Out of all timelines, in fact. While we're here, it's almost like we don't exist. No one's shooting at us. I think that's a good thing. The Krenim are... they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaadwaur has made them suspicious. But they're willing to talk to us if we help them stabilize the temporal energy. I suggest we help. I wouldn't want to be in here if the fields collapse.
I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaadwaur or the Heralds. This does not, however, assure me that you will be allies to my people. The Krenim have lost much. Our empire is gone, and our people have been killed or scattered. We are what remains, and I will do whatever I must to protect this system, even if it means leaving you to face the Heralds alone. You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack, but there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment fail, this location will be instantly overrun by Heralds. If that happens, none of us will survive. More of our emitters must be realigned, and there are other pieces of equipment my people are already working to repair.
They could at least turn the light on.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we use to moderate the temporal flow. If we had a contained space like the technology was originally designed for, this wouldn't be a problem. But we keep pushing the boundaries of what these flow modulators will do. I'm rerouting the power to take stress off the damaged couplings. But first, we need to get this capacitor aligned and
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline. If they fail completely, we could end up lost in time. Grab a hyperspanner. We need to get this fixed before the drift coefficient moves out of the safe zone.
Should realign the matrix crystals. You need to disconnect the buffer. Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
I'm no engineer. Hold on, guys. I got a party invite. Well, chat, I should say. Hello? Where was I going? Over and up here. It'd be nice if we weren't having to do this in the dark.
Hold this. No, hold.
You need to scan for microfractures. You'll need to formulate an that should do it.
You've shown you're willing to help. Now perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Oh, that's good. I was about to... On what?
We have Anarax's plans, but not the... Interesting. The Heralds are opening a gate.
Okay, because it hasn't come up here asking if you wanted to join, because I have the... I saw that you followed me. Oh no, on, oh, now I see it come up on my phone. Better late than never.
The repairs
on PS4. Because sometimes it shows and sometimes it doesn't, for some reason, when I'm streaming, if I get a message or not. That's why I rely on my phone so much. Yeah, you can join. All I'm doing is the Iconian Wars.
Interesting development. These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet.
The missiles I'm using, they're not missiles. They're chargers fired from my ship, so that they look like missiles. Five charges, 5 bundles of charges, which are basically 5 times, and then it has to recharge for 1 minute. Does 20,000 kinetic damage with a 50% bleed through the shields. I think it was from the Phoenix packs.
Couldn't see us? There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were completely safe.
No, not completely.
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most innocuous of changes can ripple through reality in unexpected ways. My people and I have made Anarax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region of space. Only Anarax designed a ship, a wondrous vessel that could manipulate the time streams and erase elements in an attempt to bring about a desired result. Our records show that he even attempted to use this vessel to restore the Krenim's fortunes, but he was defeated by an unknown alliance. Afterward, the Krenim Imperium declined, as perhaps was its fate all along. We were diminished, but content to let time progress as it would. Until the first Krenim worlds to fall managed to warn the others. When the Vatwar came, we hid ourselves in the time stream. It was the only way we survived. Before the Vatwar arrived, we were working on a relic. It was a replica of Anarax's time ship. with it. We could have gone back and eliminated the Vatwar threat before it even began. The Vatwar's assault on the Imperium took too much from us. Now we possess Anorax's work, but not the means to bring it to life. You have seen what our technology can do. We have the designs. You have the manpower and the materials. Perhaps your governments would be interested in mutual cooperation.
Yeah, so you can start off the time war.
And we will give you something that will erase your enemies from time itself. There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ship. But this is huge. A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vatwar? One that has temporal technology that...
Yes. And let's beam up. So how have you been, as it hasn't been... I haven't talked to you in quite a while.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing...
Okay, down to friends list. You're in the beta quadrant at the moment. Yeah, it shows you as offline, but it still shows you as being in the beta quadrant. See?
Please report to the...
Broken circle. Okay. Continue. Yep. It's still loading up for me. You
are cleared for docking.
Which? The Thompson? It was the event. The one where you got to build your own rocket at the end of the 14 days of doing it, you then got given a Thompson.
Greetings. On behalf of
It was the anniversary of the First Contact event. I gather you haven't been playing much.
And here we have the development area.
How much do you know about the Krenim, 7 of 9?
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They're a species of great interest to the Collective.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The Collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology. They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine, but what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
Nice boring meeting. Next boring meeting. This is my 12th character, so it's not my second Discovery character, but 12th overall.
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a warrior like yourself. We are almost ready to begin. First...
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the temporal... Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war... I don't disagree. As a Starfleet officer, I am sworn to uphold the temporal prime...
Yes. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
The war is not going as well as we might wish. Our fleets are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act. This facility is building a device to turn the tide in our favor. Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
We've had some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We're still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day. We are losing this war. We need to strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians. Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible. There will be
yay, suicide mission.
Tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
Yep. And this is not my first rodeo. How? It's called letting the streamers read the text.
You are the last ship to arrive. We are ready to set course for the sphere. Alpha Wing, you are cleared for departure.
Okay, did I just see that, which made it look like they're going backwards? Oh my god, they're in full retreat. La 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 la. Kabimmy. Are you flying a temporal ship? Because the shape and design of it?
falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
Technically, more than one shot. Charge!
We'll take care of the reinforcements. Follow that dreadnought.
We are clear to enter the gateway.
I went straight through it. I'm like, huh? They really do need to sync the when everyone hits the objective, and it works just straight off the bat instead of having to constantly go continue with team.
The flagship's shields are...
Oops, what oops?
Signaling the carriers to move into position now. Herald reinforcements inbound. We need to deal with them.
Oop, behind.
Tier 100, I am going to lay down night token.
Okay, Cruiser. Good night. And thanks for the 100 bits, man. I really do appreciate it.
Raiders incoming.
Hey, thanks for the raid, man. Whoa.
She no raid. Ipsis heno, ipsis heno, ipsis heno.
Thanks for the raid, man. I really do appreciate it. To the death. We shall fight.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Zelda. Lol. I had to LOL.
No.
Had a lot of fun.
That's good, man.
Boarding parties are on the flagship and reporting heavy resistance. I'll stay here and keep any reinforcements.
Been up for over 8 hours, LOL.
Whoa, man, that's a long time of being awake. Well, at least you had fun with your stream, man.
I miss being able to do that, LOL.
Oh, I'll have to agree
with only
that.
2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I couldn't do over 48 hours with only 2 hours of sleep. Nah, impossible for me. I'm too old.
I have a cat that keeps me up.
Low.
Great! We got through. What's your status? Acknowledged.
I have 4 cats.
Away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties.
Well, of course. We are on the enemy's flagship. Not gonna be just a walk in the park.
I have too many LOL.
Life signs and weapon discharges dead ahead.
Charge!
I am detecting Federation and Herald weapons fire beyond this door. There is
That's
also
nice.
a power junction.
Excuse me, gotta bring out the Thompson. That's what she said. Hey, why is she just targeting me, the bitch? Must not like Vulcans.
Matara is
retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Whoa, what are you doing over there?
Herald, reinforcements!
The ones that drop dead.
There is another power junction ahead.
Charge. Full platinum. And a good payday. Well, I'm from the Discovery timeline, so I can say whatever I feel like, because they just make it canon. What? Where you would beat me? Yeah, no, thanks. Come on. Where you would beat me? Yeah, no, thanks. I'm not stupid. There's a whole reason why. Because you've done this longer? That means nothing. Doesn't mean your ship wouldn't already be capable. It's not like you fell asleep and it went backwards in time.
More reinforcements, sir. The area is secure. The other interface is just over there. I am detecting a third junction ahead.
Charge. Yeah, I can't say I spend too much time. I don't slap things together.
Another junction just ahead.
I only did that for my first playthrough. I just slapped everything together. Ever since that, I've never, in any of my characters, I've always spent the time to have the ships the way I want them to be.
I believe it to be some kind of command center.
No, but you're a villain.
A harbinger. Prepare yourself.
Say hello to my little friend.
Let's disable the other interface before we continue.
At least you're not like Quark. He would run and scream and hide.
Reinforcements on their way.
Might make some oatmeal.
No problem, man. Enjoy. Whoa. Pretty good weapon though, even for a weapon you got when you were level 12. Run away, run away.
Putting you on lurk.
No problem.
We'll try to be back ASAP.
No problem, man.
I see clearly now, Ticket. I will stand with you, and these creatures will pay for what they've done. Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
Well, technically two. One that got his arm chopped off, or her arm chopped off. I can't remember if she's supposed to be a he or a she.
You made it back. Count yourself among the fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship? I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back, while there's still a chance. The Herald...
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Hardy ha ha.
Despite the extraordinary...
I want to personally commend...
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy. I am a warrior. I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics, and looking my enemy in the eye. Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog and his team will continue their work on the weapon. It may be our only option. The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance. They have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project in its feasibility. You will participate in a focused test.
Okay. Oh, you've already. Okay, take you two off, and you. Yeah, we can do some of the TFOs if you want. Drop that for now. You're still part of my team. Did it pop for you? No.
The research teams in the Kiana.
In we go. I've been using any ship with this.
Bad news. I'm reading a lot.
No problem. Ah, you outdo me in size.
Enemy ships approaching.
Quite a bit because it's 900 Lobby. Oh, is that another different temporal one that you get? Because there's one in the Lobby store now. Is it? It says it's Federation. Okay. Kelvin Timeline Intel Dreadnought. That's the title of it in the Lobby store. I'll just let you do everything. You seem to be well at hand. Oh, I didn't include the statues, the charges. Where to put them though? Oh no, they are included. Good, good, good. Pardon? No one went to A. That is fucking ridiculous. I better deploy my frigates. I only have a small ship.
Enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
God, this is way too easy. That's a bit silly because you're the one that asked for this. Oh, lol. So I just gotta move around in my dreadnought. Now this took me a lot of time and money to get. Especially as it's a fucking random chance to get it. It's not until the dreadnoughts start arriving do they actually become a problem. That's when they attack all three generators. At the moment they just focus down on one. It's basically a slaughter fest.
upgrades are now available.
Acknowledged. Yes, what a nice... Yeah, but what a nice time to do it when there's no enemies. What a waste of a ability. No, I haven't heard that. All I gotta say is about time, but if it's gonna be behind the paywall, not many, well, only the people with money are gonna go for it. Which isn't... Yeah, but if it's anything like the... Well, that depends on the bundles. Well, that should put you one step closer to completing that. Though, if only you could do it every 2 in a day. Stupid tribbles. You sound tired. That's never a good thing. I'm yawning. Oh, so you're calling yourself a disease? Okay then. Don't think this ship's actually really... Which one are you going after? No problem. Low. That's annoying. Should get paid their wages if you have to cover for them. Ooh, a job. Okay. See ya. That's right, you need to have the engineer. Have you changed anything? Oh, yeah. Let you have the power. Okay, let's try our hand. Or somewhere around Devon. Everyone's enjoying themselves. Let's see if this ship can take a beating. I don't think it will, though. I haven't really. It's still a work in
Our
progress.
time here is limited. Stay focused. Plan your attacks and save as many ships as possible. Every loss is critical for my people.
Yes, we know. better ship. I have a lot more work to do with this ship.
A Falchion dreadnought is escaping. A Talis warbird is escaping. warbird is escaping. A Delon warbird is escaping. Target's shields have failed. A Hapax warbird is escaping.
Definitely needs some work. Alright, so back to U.S.S. my secondary dreadnought not up to scratch. It really is suffering from a lack of initiative to how I want it built, so we're gonna put it back in. Well, it's in dock now, but we're gonna change to another ship, and we're going to do the I think we should bring out the Roma. Let's see how that goes. But like before, we're missing a few items. And that on the ship as well. Okay, I gotta do Borg 1 to get the destruction of the Borg. And then I gotta fly all the way to Drozhana Station or DS9 to do the... But that I'll probably do off stream because that'll be very boring for you guys to watch. I know I haven't done anything yet to the ship. Right, make it look nice or anything like that yet. let's get started. Okay, let's get underway and see how this ship performs with the consoles and everything it has. I already know how well my Bree and my Vulcan ship does, but I need to know how well these ships do as well, so I can work out what I need to do to improve them, especially on my main character. This T5U was basically my mainstay ship for most of the time, and it could take a pounding. Now, this one's not going to be that good yet, but it will get there.
We don't have a lot of time, so I'll make this quick. A large enemy force is on its way. It's up to you. ships detected. They're on an intercept course. Parts are ready. Scan the satellites to activate. Picking up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
And it's never good luck being the only one alive. Almost the only one alive. This is not that interesting. I do apologize. I'm gonna finish this up offline for 4 minutes please, and I'll send you over to another stream that I know. Thank you guys all for coming and watching, and for those who were from the raid as well. Do appreciate all. I hope you guys leave a follow. And Until next time.